Race to 4, best of 3 sets, and sending it to the Predator commentary booth. Take it away, guys.
And thanks to Derek Cox for a nice introduction there. Semifinals of the Mixed Doubles Open. 2 very strong teams going at it. Sarah Korlifson, joined by Ben Francis. Welcome, Ben.
What a matchup we have here, Eric. And a good lag. Having a laugh already. I love it. Mr. Gorst over there.
Yeah, this team's been all smiles throughout the week. Bean seems to be responding very well to playing with Fedor. Last match I did of theirs, she played very well. And 2 world-class players sitting across the way. Wiktor Zieliński back into a semifinal, and Seoa, the Women's World 9-Ball champion.
Hard to pick a winner here, Eric.
Yeah, I'm going to step out and go with Seoa and Zieliński, but Fedor is such an X factor. I mean, he can jump in balls, he can get being perfect on a lot of balls.
Oh, and she's a super player. I've seen her play a lot. She spent a little time in Calgary. Fedor to open us off here.
Just missed the 1, but the 8-ball is going to slide in, and it looks like they're going to have a chance on the 1, up by Fedor's reaction. Yeah, a couple last balls moving. Jamming up the 1. Left side here, Ben. A lot of blockers cutting the 1 to the right. Not many other options.
Yeah, push out up here. Yeah, not much else. Leave them the thin safety. I think Wiktor will have to take this one on. It's hard to hand it back, knowing Fedor will probably shoot a good one.
Didn't want to run into the 10 with the 1, but it's lined up okay with the 2.
Yeah, hasn't sold out a shot on the 1, so another safety. Might tap this one around for a bit. Always love to see a match start like this. The little defensive battle on the opening ball. See how much they both want it. Try to go 2 rails underneath some stuff, but I think he always knew it was hard to sell out a shot on the 1 going this way.
Looks like Seoa and Zieliński are going with the very little communication strategy. I don't mind it. They're both world-class players. They both know their way around.
Covered a previous match of theirs, and Wiktor interrupted her a few times where I thought he shouldn't. Like on pretty basic safeties where I thought she knew what to do and he didn't need to input, but they were communicating a little. Maybe, yeah, and maybe just decided enough of that.
Yeah, because, I mean, she's been up a couple times now where he could have offered something and he hasn't so far.
Oh, Bean try to fire at that one. Tough shot, long one. Maybe not even the full pocket available. She didn't miss it by much. First real chance for Wiktor here, but as you can see, not easy to get perfect on the 2. Might just have to draw this one back a little bit. Let her cut it in. he's gone all the way into it. I don't know about that. Maybe just pinch it back a little, let her shoot a cut shot.
Yeah, 3 was reasonably open. It's going to be a bit of a complicated positional shot, but always a risk when you're running into something. I like just rolling up behind the 6 here. Taking your chances on a return kick, say.
Yeah, this is the shot, and she's played it well. A couple of new pairings this time around have made it to the semifinals. Not sure these two have played together, or the other two. Maybe you know, Eric.
Yeah, Seoa's played with her boyfriend Robbie Capito a couple times. There's a few men that have decided just to play in the World 8-Ball Championships only. If there was a men's open, they'll always play in the mixed doubles, but I think some couple just deciding it's a little heavy on the scheduling. Nice when you can just take a $40,000 first prize tournament off now, Ben.
Yeah, I'm shocked they would pass up this opportunity.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the main reason why Robbie's not playing with Seoa this tournament, though.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I mean, 90,000 up for grabs there in the World 8 balls. Worth focusing on, but nice to have multiple opportunities. Something I've really come to love about these Pro Billiard Series events, especially as a spectator. We've got so much great pool to watch over multiple events. What a kick shot here, right in the middle. Perfect shot. Overruns the cue ball, but you can't really control that.
Yeah, too thin to cut it in. Play the cue ball near the 6. This works fine as well. Less cue ball movement.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Good hit. Where's it going to end up? Looks like available into the side pocket. But a tight side pocket, as you can see from that angle.
Yeah, first real good chance to win game number 1 here.
And it looks like Centeno and Shaw have won the opening game on TV Table 1 against Fu and Bergman. We'll know when Fu and Bergman win because you'll hear the crowd get in it.
Yeah, Bergman finally went down in the World 8-Ball Championships, but this is his second semifinal of the week. Come back onto the Pro Billiards Series, first event in 3 years. Really gave the hometown fans a lot to cheer about.
Yeah, slightly quieter in the arena today, but it is a Monday. And I'm sure they'll be packing in tomorrow to catch the final of this at 7 p.m. as well as imagine a full crowd on Wednesday for the finale. That being the World 8-Ball and the Women's Open finishing up. And the quiet applause was Centeno and Shaw winning game 2 over there already. They can sure string together racks in a hurry. Meanwhile, it looks like Wiktor going to deposit this 10 ball. First game on the board for them.
Seoa and... Go ahead, Ben.
As you mentioned, lots of prize money up for grabs here. 40,000 to the winning team, 20 to the runners-up, and each semifinalist 10,000.
20,000 to the runner-up, so $10,000 set going on here. And a shot at 30 more. Seoa and Hung are both in the last 16 for the women. Zieliński and Gorst still are in the final 16 in the men's world championships. But yeah, as far as taking that time off or focusing only on one tournament, I'd like to be hitting more balls. I mean, these guys don't play till tomorrow in the World 8 Ball. They're getting more table time here.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. More arena time, more table time, just maybe gonna feel a little more in rhythm come tomorrow. Looking from the side rail, Wiktor as well, but he sure lets it rip, doesn't lay off of it. Is there a bank into the side here?
Yeah, and gonna have to see what she has to do on the 3.
Yeah, I wonder.
Coming over and taking a look.
I think where she's pointed here tells me the 3 isn't really available after the bank, so maybe a safety. Coming over to look again, maybe the 3 goes in the top left.
Yeah, I just don't know if she was fully committed to that shot. It did go if they played position to that area. I think it should have been the only thought. Stay on offense. But when you're kind of two-minded about a shot, it's, you know, just not putting it all in sometimes.
Yeah, and I agree that the first thought should always be stay on offense if possible.
Fedor's going too long on the bank here. Might be able to tighten it up.
Yeah, trying to use the 9 for cover and send the 2 behind the 6. Looks okay.
Two-ball corner.
It's the orange air rush here for Wiktor. Try to jump this 2-ball in the corner. He's got a big pocket down there, I think. Well, not that big.
Yeah, hit the wrong side of the 5. Anything on the inside of the 5 would have played the 2 in. Could have ended up worse here. Halfway in between cuts in the side and the corner, but it does go on the side. Gonna take a lot of left spin to hold onto the right side of the table. Going forward might hit the 9. Ideally wants to come to the left of it.
Yeah, probably just has to take a chance that it comes over there. Couldn't try to load it up with spin. She's made a good shot.
Cue ball's going to the left here, so looking good to level the score in the first set. Wasn't going quite far enough left.
Yeah, I think he could have cut it a little bit more to the right side of the pocket. He put it into the left side of the pocket. Looks like she could still reach to cut this one in though, Eric. Up and down with the cue ball. Look out.
No good. No real pockets
doesn't
for
pass the
Fedor
side.
here. Well, he can back cut it. I thought it was a little thinner at first, but he will be back cutting this into the top right.
Yeah, the overhead made it look way thinner to the top right, but you're correct. It does go in there. He's got to draw it a bit. Beautiful.
It's the furthest Hung's made it at any PBS event. She's made the quarterfinals a couple times. She's made the final 8 in WPBA events many times.
Doesn't want to be straight here. Maybe a little angle, not as much as he would have liked.
Hung thinks there's enough to stun out of it. First intuition was follow here. This is going to take a lot of speed. Either shot would. Goes follow in the end.
Yeah, I like follow, and he can shoot a bit of a longer one. Problem.
Pocket and through rack number 2.
I'd expect this one to be close, Eric.
Yeah, if you added up all the Fargos, they're probably within 30 points.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's got to be pretty close. Looks like Fu and Bergman on the board over there on table 1. Trailing 2-1 now, first set.
Referee Perry Anderson racking the balls. Set to go, breaking from the middle for Hung. Standing from the middle, but going from the side rail now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I like this break from the side rail because often when you don't make a ball, at least you don't hang the one over the hole, but just thinking it made it happen.
Yeah, it tends to tie up the rack a little more. A 3-8 did tie up this time.
Yeah, this is what they're looking for when they break from the side rail. Just don't break them wide open. It's the opposite of what they're usually looking for. Maybe just try to get something on the 3 with a safety. A chance,
Yeah.
an angle on the 2 to come around into the 8. This looks pretty close to that angle.
Yeah, I like this play. Just don't hit it too hard. Give yourself a chance to go off the 3 and behind the 8. It's unlikely. Ideally, running directly into the 8 here. Gonna hit the 3. It's not gonna leave anything, but high percentage safe now for Wiktor.
Yeah, thin off the left side. Use the 6, 7, 5, 9, 10. There's lots of balls there to cover. You see where he's going to come over and look. Trying to see where the gaps are there to make sure he doesn't leave one of them.
Yeah, if he gets it all the way down to the short rail, he can cover the top short rail. Hasn't quite. Fedor can try to thread the 3 past the 8 here. Can also go 2 rails, try to hit it thinly. And bring the cue ball over to the right side.
Going real soft, 2 rails, trying to tickle it. What a shot.
Perfect.
Unbelievable control to hit it like that with the spin. And he's left this in a nightmare spot. Maybe just pushing the 8 on top of the 3. Concede the foul, wait for a better chance.
Usually these shots are easy to cover. Look at Fedor, how close he's getting to the ball. Because he wants her to hit it so thinly that it doesn't even move the 8 at all. I was going to say it's going to be tough to line them up, but Fedor came up with a good angle here where the 3's not even going to move. Shot.
Yeah, he did set it up nicely for her. And they can't concede the foul again. Too risky. They'd be on 2. I think he can see this one a bit.
Yeah, he's caught the smallest left edge. It was a good try there. Just a quarter roll short on the speed. And they've lined it up.
Yeah, that's about the only thing he couldn't do from there was line up the combo. Well, he did have to cut it a little bit, but he's left her a pretty good angle here where she can just follow through. It's going to go towards the 4.
Yeah, I think they'll have to cross it over, but there is space between the 7 and the 4 to come across.
Yeah, too risky to hit it with the soft inside spin from here and stay on the other side of the 4, I think. Crossing over it, she's overcut the ball.
Turnover here in rack number 3.
I like that Fedor. Just gave her a fist bump after that. No, nothing negative out there. Just keep things positive and wait for another chance.
Gonna have to accept an angle where the cue ball's running into the 9, but that'll be okay. Ooh, up to the other side of it. Crossing the angle a little more that way, and they're in a bit of trouble now.
Well, and I think he came
Cue
up
ball's
short
playing
because
inside.
yeah, I think it came short because he wiggled that 4 ball in there too. He didn't put it into the part of the pocket where he needed.
Cue ball behind the 9 here. Do they have to cut the 5 too much to avoid the 9 going through? Gonna call the combo. Well, this is aggressive.
Yeah, this seems brave to me because it's not dead set. They have to cut the 9, cut the 5 to cut the 9. It's too many moving parts. Now you have to control the 5 and the cue ball. It's a lot happening here. Wow, and just took a chance with the 5 too. That was, I think, a touch too aggressive.
The 7 passes the 9. If it does, he'll be able to draw comfortably to the left.
I think it does because he only looked at it very briefly. Okay, it doesn't. He's going to the other side and he didn't get there.
Hung can go 4 rails here. With an extension.
Yeah, I gotta thin this one. Sling the cue ball around. It's not easy. Such a great shot with the extension on. Does it get around the 10 though? I think it just has.
No, jump.
Not. It just has not. He comes with 2 jump cues here, the break cue and the jump cue. See which one he needs. Might be able to get over with just the break cue, but he's gone to the short one. I think there's no argument he's the best jumper in the game, Eric.
I agree. From close distances, too, he really excels compared to most players. Let's see how upset he is there. Expected to make it.
Did he get away with it, though? Is the 10 in the way here?
Looks like he's got it from this angle, but it's going to be tough to do anything positive with the cue ball.
I was just looking for his body language. He shook his head a little bit. Definitely doesn't like it. But that might be the problem, Eric, is just that he can't get a good position on the 10. Yeah, he's got more than enough of this. But he's turned it down. Didn't want to leave her a long one on the 10, and I can't blame him.
Fedor sees a save here immediately. Saying just to lay off, play it side rail to side rail. There's not much else, but you usually don't want to look for this shot.
Yeah, it's not one that pays off very much. Not at this level. But we'll get them through the inning. Maybe buy them another shot. See if they like the next one.
Yeah, she's left it good. No bank on. Possible, but need to cut the cue ball a fair bit. I think Wiktor's saying playing safe and she wants to go for it.
Yeah, she called the bank in the side and he quickly said, no, don't do that. So it looks like safety, kind of 2 rails. Or maybe she was just worried about the side and that's what she kind of tapped her cue.
Possible.
Over there for.
Just got in a little thin here. Gorst can redeem himself in this rack after the positional error on the 7. Didn't want to catch the 10.
Yeah, he has not redeemed himself. Yeah, should need to bail him out again.
Yeah, missed the jump, missed the position on the 7. Nothing easy, but usually spots where you see him make good things happen.
It's in there. Good
Got
shot.
it. Good job.
He says shape? Who needs shape? Looks like Centeno and Shaw took the first set over there on the other TV table. They're on a little timeout, I believe.
Moving quickly, 2 of the fastest players in the game. They dropped 1 set so far in the tournament out of about 5 matches. So 10 and 1 overall.
Yeah, and in that when they dropped the set, they went to a shootout, I think, and just snuck through it. Fedor to the side rail with the cue ball, trying to get the one in the right side pocket. And any look they can get.
Perfect.
Got it.
He makes the one more than any other player on tour. I've been doing this tour for 3 years, and yeah, I mean, I've seen when Koping Chung won the World Handball Championships, he had it going pretty good. But as far as consistency and being able to make it in different venues, Fedor's above everyone else.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I watch an absolute ton of pool, and he definitely gets it a lot more than everybody else. I don't think it's a little bit more. I think he gets it a lot more.
Yeah, he just seems to be able to reproduce that speed in the same cut angle. And if the rack's good enough, he's got a good chance. It's like a 60 to 70% speed. Small cut.
So she pulled it back to here. It's where he asked for it. It's a thin one, but it is coming back towards the 4 naturally. Got it.
Got this one, and he's going to get her in good line.
What a shot. Looks like she's straight enough. Just pull it back. I'd have to watch the side pocket a little bit. Sweet stroke. And what a chance to get on the hill first here in the first set.
Yeah, last 4 balls are going to lie real good if they get straight on the 7.
They're looking good out there, Eric. Up for the task, I think.
Yeah, the last game was big. Throwing in a break and run to follow it up. Last game could have gone either way.
Yeah, and in this short sets format, there often is just one small mistake. One game going one way or the other, and that's it. Always come around just excellent here, straight in the side on the 8. He loves it. How much do you think she loves playing with him?
I'd love it, I'll tell you that.
It's gotta
Yeah,
be a
no,
real
she looks
treat.
like she's having fun. Looks, and you can just kind of tell that she's gaining confidence from having such a strong partner. She's definitely held up her end throughout the week.
Yeah, she's a great player, but she is always having fun. I see her laughing and smiling all the time. Having a good time out there, I think, is important.
Some last 16 matches, featured last 16 matches tomorrow. Jason Shaw, Claudio Cacci, Albin Ocean, Mieszko Fortuński, Fedor Gorst, Aloysius Yap, Daniel Maciel, Mario He, Carlo Beato keeping the dream alive to be the first player to win the the World 8-ball, 9-ball, and 10-ball titles. Elvin Ocean still in there, defending champion from last year. There's Savannah Easton and Kennedy Mayman, two of the up-and-coming American women players. Savannah had a good week. She didn't just miss cashing in both tournaments, but she played well.
And how about that rematch between Fedor and Aloysius? Yep, already beat him once, 8-5 in the winner's qualification. But I would think Mr. Gorst out for some revenge tomorrow. 11 a.m. scheduled for those matches. Well, nothing down on the break, but they'll be happy. Toughest situation to push in is when the one ball's over the pocket.
Yeah, push to a jump, but you got Fedor coming in jumping.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise that. Could they push maybe somewhere beside the 8-ball to take away that cut?
I think they have to.
The jump. I don't like pushing to the jump here. I think you don't want to give Fedor the jump. He's going to most likely make this. I suppose position isn't guaranteed. But not one for him to turn down. I would have been very surprised if he gave that back. Maybe the thought here with giving them the jump on the 1 is position on the 2 needs to be really good to get to the 3. The 3's a little bit tricky there. Yeah,
I
just
know it's
knowing
tough
that.
to really... Go ahead, Ben, sorry.
No, I think we were thinking the same thing. It's just so tough to control position on the 2. Maybe a very smart push.
Too thin to kind of draw it and keep it in a safe space. Took a gamble there. Doesn't mean it's necessarily worked out yet. Hung can hit the left side of the 2. Could come away with a safe. Well, 2 square. First offensive chance for Zieliński and Seoa in 2 racks. Got to pinch this nicely. Ball's playing pretty heavily to the left, but he can smooth draw it over. Shot.
Yeah, he's really good at those type of shots.
Yeah, I like his game. It's really talent-based. You know, throw all the pre-shot stuff out the window. Just kind of get to the shot, and timing's real good.
He's got all the tools.
He won the Las Vegas Open twice in a row, 256-player tournament.
That's
under
an
these Pro Billiards Series
accomplishment.
format. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the format. Yeah. He just defeated John Mora, the final 32 of the 8-ball. Johnny's been pretty hot lately, so that's a good win.
Room to come between the 8-9 here, one rail. She's thinking about stunning it back, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 2 rails back to middle. Some angle on the 8.
Yeah, get more angle and come across.
Yeah, definitely easier to play the 9 in the bottom corner than the tight side pockets.
Straight in on the 10 and 3-2 now in the first set.
Pretty smooth out when they needed it most.
Gonna be Seoa to break in rack number 6. Who you liking in the 8-ball, Ben? Tough to pick a winner.
Yeah.
There's 16 good players left.
Is it ever tough? Shaw's looking pretty good out there, but I mean, after watching Carlo run that set earlier, and I was already cheering for him. Yeah, we're gonna stick with Carlo on this one.
I heard about that. So for those fans that didn't hear, Carlo Beato ran the whole set out. Was it 10? Race to 10 at that time, or race to 8 still?
It was 8 this morning in the first match this morning against Vitali. I almost gotta feel bad for Patsura there. Never left the chair.
Did you do the match, or you just heard about it?
No, I didn't. It was on table 4, so I'd heard about it, and then I went back and watched it, and it was clinical. He broke so good. It just never had a misstep. Just unbelievable to watch.
Well, that was my question. So you did watch it. So where was he breaking from?
Yeah, so I think most of it he kind of just broke from the side, but yeah, I kind of like clicked through it a little bit too. I didn't watch every ball and every rack and stuff. I didn't really have time, but I think I'm going to go back and try to watch it all, because you don't see somebody run the set like that all the time. Nice to have it on video. What have they found on this 2-ball here?
Yeah, it never passed the 9. Does it play off the 3 and still pass the 9 and stick the cue ball behind the 10?
I think maybe, yeah. Or trying to bank the 2 into the 9 and freeze on the 3. Yeah, but she sent it wide. But I think that was the idea, trying to use the 9 to stop the 2-ball. They're having a laugh anyway. The 3's still in trouble.
Wanted to be in a spot where they could roll up on the 5, but they can't. They have to cut it too far to the left. Cue ball will be going too far to the right of the 5. Can cut it in between the 5-9 and try to get the cue ball behind the 6.
This is pretty good. I think she's cut off just enough of it. Maybe a little bit of the right side. If you can see some of this, he'll play a good return safety.
Yeah, a lot of blockers if you can get the cue ball near the short rail. It's called a two-way bank.
He's got the jump cue out here. Good shot. Is there a gap? There always is a gap.
To the right edge of it, for sure. If that's the case,
Yeah,
Wiktor can cross this over twice.
Yeah, I don't think he would play the combo even if he could see enough of it, so. Into the upper right with a bit of a two-way, maybe underneath the 4. Oh, he's made the shot, but he's got the cue ball under the 6, unfortunately.
Yeah, jump kick here for Seoa. Trying to hit the bottom half of it. Doesn't like it. I like it a lot. I feel like that's a shot you have to have in your bag. You can't be afraid of hopping the rail there. Nothing to hide behind this way.
Yeah, this is not ideal this way. And as you can see, easy to drive right by it. Chance for Hung and Gorst to close out this set.
Eight post close to the rail. They'll just want to get close to it. Have to get the proper angle on the 5 here. Particularly if the cue ball's going the other way. We'll be playing a 9-10. Will be blocking the 3 rail angle, and she does give him the wrong angle here.
Yeah, I think somewhere near middle table's okay. She can cut the 6 in, come around off a couple of rails, maybe 3 rails. Nice thing about
So hit it.
Overran it a bit, yeah. The nice thing about this angle, I suppose, is touch of left spin kind of brings it around the 9, brings it around off 3 rails where they need to be. So maybe she can put most of her effort into potting the 6, nice and thin.
Count was
Gripped
getting
a lot of
below
the
it.
spin, though.
Oh,
That's
she's
good. What
there.
a shot.
Shot. Can
Really
get nice
good
and
shot.
close to the 8 now.
I thought he could get a little closer, maybe pinch the pocket a bit, but this is okay. She can stun this one in, nice and comfortable.
As he played in first set, firmly in their grasp now.
Yeah, and I wonder if the nerves are starting to kick in yet. Seeing that finish line is getting nearer, the final looming. I'm sure Gorst not feeling too much of the nerves. He's been in these spots so many times, but this would be a first for Bean. Well, I'm surprised he's not rolled it in and left her the side pocket, but this is okay. She's straight in. Just gotta keep the head still on this one.
Got it.
Yeah, it's right in the middle. Good set from
Set
those
to Hung
two.
and Gorst. Sale and Zieliński going to dip out for a little break. Be about 5 minutes, and we'll be back with set number 2 in the semifinals here, the mixed doubles. And we are back here in set number 2 for the semifinals of the mixed doubles. Hug and Gorst winning the first set 4-2. It's going to be Zieliński to break off first. This is Eric Horlifson, joined by Ben Francis.
Good first set. High quality stuff from both teams. Not too many mistakes out there, as expected. Wiktor getting some balls in and a shot on the one. This is what they needed.
Yeah, everything goes here, Ben. Cue ball's drawing to the left slightly. 2 might have the top right.
Yeah, I wonder, does she get underneath the 2? Or will they just accept a little 2-4 combination? That's what she's pointed at.
Yeah, I think just try to get in that area, and whichever one lies better will be fine. Can even follow it to that area.
Oh, it's ball in hand. Perfect. Good shot
Two's
from
gonna
where
play
she
safely
was.
off the. Yeah, 2's going to play safely off the left to the 4.
Left a good angle here to just follow this one in. Still a little bit of work to do though. 7 and the 9 on opposite side rails.
Well, straight. He can power draw it back with some left spin. Let it open up off the second rail. Sounds like Fu and Bergman making something happen over there.
Yeah, up 2-1 now in the second set. Fu and Bergman trying to get the crowd in it.
A little surprised he played it like that. Tough now, but Victor calls something quickly, and so in agreement. Likely underneath the 7 here.
Yeah, I like that underneath. Cut it to the left. Bring the cue ball around 2 rails. Playing it in the other corner and trying to hold it is asking for a miss on the 6. Better to make the ball and let Wiktor try to get from the 7 to the 9.
Nicely played. Had a fair bit of left spin into that one. Ooh, but they've got unlucky straight here.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. A little unlucky from where they were to land straight here. Try to power it up, and that always brings in the miss on these tight pockets. Could he have considered just bringing it back a little and leaving her a thin cut on the 9, knowing the 10's over the pocket?
100%. I think that was the play there. Sometimes you can get overconfident. Yeah.
Yeah, and doubles will make that happen too. Try to get closer and perfect all the time instead of, you know, when we're playing by ourselves, we kind of just accept funny shots and we're okay with missing sometimes, right? Look at how close his shirt is to that ball. The ref's got to be all over that. Oh, it's pretty hard to make that shot when you're looking at your shirt. An inch from the ball.
shot for Seoa here.
Yeah, very similar shot. And I think she will take it on thin into the bottom right. Cue ball's coming natural off 3 rails towards the 9.
Surprised she's spinning it so much.
Yeah, I don't know if it needed all that right spin, Eric.
It didn't. Too much distance to really want to spin the ball like that.
Maybe the side pocket was in play a little, but from my angle, it didn't look like it. Maybe she was just a little worried about that side pocket, trying to spin away from possible scratch. I think they really needed this rack too after dropping the opening set. It's easy to turn it around, but you got to get the momentum in your favor. Kind of like Fu and Bergman doing over there. They've turned it around. They're up 3-1 in that second set after dropping the first set 4-1. There are some pretty cool storylines developing this week. I mean, if Bergman and Fu can manage to get to the final, this doubles going to be a packed house tomorrow night. Carlo with a chance to become the first player ever to win all 3. He's ran out a set. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening in St. Louis this week, Eric.
Yeah, Jason Shaw only has 1 world title on his belt. So he's going to be pushing hard to be a multiple-time world champion.
Did he win the 10 ball?
The 9 ball, I think.
Okay, yeah. I feel ignorant not even knowing the answer to that, to be honest. I should know. Watch this 1 ball from Fedor. He just makes it every time, Eric.
Yeah, he's had it going that way every time, and he's made it twice. And this is what pushed them forward in the second set. Throwing in a break and run in the middle of the set, and they got a chance to get a lead now.
Yeah, and how devastating is that weapon that he has there with that break shot? He's so good at figuring it out. We've seen it on the World 9-Ball Tour. His break has carried him through a lot there as well. He's just so consistent with that 1 in the side.
Yeah, you know what? I misspoke there. Jason Shaw does not have a world title yet.
Okay. That'd be why I couldn't think of which one it was, Eric.
Trapped you, sorry.
Yeah, you trapped me good. Fair thing to not know, though. I mean, he's such a good player. He's got so many big wins. Hard to believe he doesn't have a world title in one of the 3 big disciplines. Oh, they've got the cue ball on a wire here, looking good in rack number 2. 6 to the 8, a little bit of work. Yeah, I like what he's looking at here. Come underneath it, then spin off the side rail straight towards the 8. I think it'll go from kind of where the 5 is here. Don't necessarily need to get short side on it. I didn't want to leave her straight in.
Yeah, it's got the smallest angle drawing to the right, so they can create a little bit of movement towards the 8.
like what he's told her to do there is just leave it a little further away. It's okay. Don't need to go for extra. Important to recognize your teammates. One of the best players in the world. Maybe one of the greatest players of all time. He's going to make that argument as the years go on, but he's already got to be right up there.
Yeah, Fedor doesn't have a World 8-Ball title, so he'll be chasing that.
Well, that's hard to believe because he's won everything twice.
Yeah, he's won the 9-Ball twice.
Yeah. Quite the career already at a young age, and shots like that, it's no surprise. Not perfect here, though.
Past the side here. Yeah, I think it's following past the side, so it should be okay.
Oh, yeah, from this angle looks much better, Eric. I think it's okay. She's got to stay down on this one. But she does. Great shot. She's looking good out there. I love to see it.
Second break-in run of the match for Hung and Gorst. Pulling away a little now.
And this is the first I've got to see them during this tournament. And it's no surprise at all that they're in the semifinal. The way they're playing, looking good out there.
Yeah, mistakes at a premium, keeping it light, smiles all around. You can see it coming a lot. And Hung playing with good confidence.
I think it's so important to keep it loose out there in team games and just have fun, right? Pool's supposed to be fun.
Safety efficiency, the only number pretty low for Hung and Gorst, but chance they haven't played that many.
Yeah, only a couple, and I can think of a couple that went wrong just by a little bit. One in particular where she tried to bank the 2 into the 9 to stop the 2, and it just went wide of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Chance to get on the hill here. Set number 2.
Solid square hit, but nothing down.
Why doesn't he tell her the secret?
He's keeping it to himself, I think.
He's scared it'll get out to the general public and then the run is over.
Yeah, even if he tells her, she could tell someone else. This is a
That's right.
conspiracy-based thing here.
Yeah, maybe not telling anybody that secret. Doesn't even matter if it'll win him 40,000 here. Yeah, Wiktor just asking if it's okay that he plays sort of a stun follow here. And I think it is. Just need to find the gap between the 7-10 next, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking 6-10. Hit it with a little more speed. If you can follow 2 rails. Yeah, easier play on the follow.
And maybe just a touch thin to draw around the 5 from distance. But it's never easy to find these little windows like this. I think she's just okay. It's a good shot.
Draw between the 7-10 again.
just one more tricky shot from the 5 to the 6. But the angle looks really good here. Rather not be on the rail, but the angle's pretty good. You can see he's not thrilled.
Yeah, the thing they don't want here is the cue ball running into the 10 off one rail. And if they have to put some left on it, the following angle's going forward a bit, so it's not guaranteed to catch. Did it well.
Oh, this was the other problem. Landing on the wrong side of the 7. Now I have to deal with the 9 coming across for the 8.
Yeah, you're going to be forced to leave distance here. Can't draw it all the way to the right of the side pocket.
Yeah, and using up the extension here means if she's got a tough one on the 8 next, she won't have a lot of time to deal with it. But this looks okay. Oh, what a great shot. Super.
Yeah, hit it perfect. Zieliński can stay on the same side, still hitting it comfortable speed here.
They're going to get on the board here in set number 2, still alive.
Going to be Seoa to break in rack number 4. Haven't heard any big cheers over from table number 1, so that set likely still going on.
Yeah, it is indeed. It's getting tighter over there. It's now 3-2. Bergman and Fu. It looks like Shaw and Sentinel at the table. But we'll listen for the crowd over there. If Fu and Bergman manage to win this second set, they're going to let them hear it. And I think if Shaw and Sentinel win, we'll hear a quiet clapping.
So we're going from the same side as Gorst.
Yeah, I like that. After watching his one ball go in twice in a row, I'd be breaking from there too.
Yeah, hit it pretty well, but the one ball went long there. Gorst up quickly, looking to get them in a bad spot here. Can play the cue ball in line with the 8-9. Just got to make sure to hit it thin enough that the 1 stays along the rail. There's also a play behind the 6.
Yeah, the left side of the 1. I wasn't sure if they could see that side, but this is good. Higher percentage that way. Anytime they put the ball near the rail, it's a lot bigger to hit. It's a much bigger target. Oh, look at this. He's going to play your shot, Eric, the jump kick.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a turning point in the... Can't remember if it was early in this set I feel like she should have there.
Wow, what
End
a
of the-
shot
end-
that is.
Yeah, end of the first set, actually. In an important spot.
He hit that one so square. It was beautiful. This looks good. Behind the 6. What a shot.
Yeah, didn't necessarily want to tie up the 5-8, but we'll settle for this. Called the 9. Might be trying to bank the 1 all the way around the 3-4-10. Good try, just caught it a little thin.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what she was doing, but balls are a mess now.
More jumps coming.
Looks okay. And speaking of jumping, maybe you can shed some light on this. Does Bergman not jump?
I noticed that. Yeah, like he's from the old school, but I mean, you know, I understand maybe if you're not as experienced at these 6 inches between the cue ball and the ball you're jumping over, but he pretty much never jumps. It's not gonna fly in the modern game.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad you said it, Eric. You have to, right?
Yeah. No, I definitely saw some spots where he could have, and I didn't think too much of it, but you noticed it too? Like he never does?
He doesn't have a jump cue.
Huh.
Yeah, and that's what I thought I'd noticed, and then just reading some of the chat in between matches from table 1, yeah, it looks like he doesn't have a jump cue. Seems crazy.
Wow. It is.
In the modern game, you see, like, how many games has Fedor stole with that jump cue of his?
Yeah, and even first missed ball from Hung in a while. And even the ability to jump safe is going to be higher than long kick safes in a lot of spots. So,
Wow,
yeah,
so it's
he's going
funny
to
you
have to
brought
look at
that
that.
up. Funny you brought that up too, because the reason I mentioned it was Justin had kind of a jump shot and he kicked at it, but the shot previous was Jason Shaw playing a jump safety. And
Right.
he played it beautifully. But yeah, first missed ball from Bean, but not a lot of damage done. They'll get another shot this rack. Balls are tied up. Victor gonna play a safety here, stun the 3 around. And you can see he knew he really had to freeze him up there.
Fedor going to play this with some left spin. Small lane between the 4-9. Likes it. Shot.
Yeah, good hit. And it's not landed horrible. I'm not sure this is playable into the corner.
Yeah, they're okay to avoid the scratch. Gonna be tough to get an angle on the 4 where they can open up the 5-8.
Good shot, but pretty straight here.
even if you get the cue ball down near the 6, the safes aren't that easy on the 5.
There's no billiard off the side of the 5 to make the 8, I don't think. Even if they got perfect on it.
Yeah, combo's too tough. If he draws it somewhere near the 7, yeah, he's just not enough options here. Gonna play safe and wait for something better.
Can't say I'm in love with it. I think you got to try to find something, then play safe on the 5.
Yeah, the last shot I saw was drawing the cue ball near the 7, which would have been tough, but I think possible off the short rail. And then just kind of cutting the 5 to the right of the 8 and lining the cue ball up with the 8. Definitely wasn't straightforward there.
How good is that?
This is a big rack for Hung and Gorst. Seoa and Zieliński will be under pressure for 3 games if they get this one.
Yeah. The final is looming. Oh, look at this. She got the edge of it. It's going to leak out past the 7.
Straight back bend. Definitely has a stroke for it.
Yeah, he's the right man for the job here, unless he can punch it forward a little bit. Looks like he's maybe not straight enough to draw it. Well. How's your luck, kid?
Could have been disaster there, but ended up being almost a game winner. You can go off the left long rail here and make a high percentage hit.
Yeah, he's got the second rail too. Half chance to make this ball. Well, he bent it over there really nice, and he might get a half a result. Leaving a long one for being here. Nothing super easy for positionless. Can she just roll it in?
I try to stun into the 8, but we'll see what she's made of on this one.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're going to see what she's made of. Not an easy shot. Roll it or stun it, not easy. As you can see, very missable, that one. But I love that Fedor just gives her the fist bump, says, don't worry about it. Wait for another chance. Needs it to stop. I think it just has.
Yeah, looking at 2-2 now. Big game, as we mentioned. Looks like it's going to go to Seoa and Zieliński.
Wiped its feet a little on the way in. Used the whole pocket. By design, used the whole pocket. He was never going to overcut it.
Angle going to the left here, can follow through comfortably.
Just a little flat. I wonder if she's going to stun it over or follow through. Looks like the stun over a bit. Gotta watch. Don't cheat the pocket too much here. Yeah, she just leaves him a little more angle. This is okay.
Just being careful on that play. She knew she could have got him better, but just wanted to keep the speed down.
Yeah, we've seen time and time again players with that shot just cheating the pocket a little too much on these tight corners doesn't work out. It'll spit them out.
Two all confirmed. And it's going to be Zieliński to break. He's been breaking well. Kind of staying down through the angle, really snapping his hand through to create power.
He does have great effortless power, Zieliński.
Pretty even in most categories. Scoreline close.
Yeah, not a lot separating them there.
Zieliński prefers the right side of the table, and it's been working for him. But watch how he doesn't even stand up through the break. It's tough to develop this much power. Does it well.
Super fast hand.
He did that time. No, he did that time, Ben, but there was a couple others that he was just staying down on it.
You just had to prove you wrong that time. They always do that to me.
Made a ball, bank on. So it doesn't have the full cue ball here.
Well, this bank is extra tough if you're going to play some left spin. Flatten out. But yeah, not
even if you
all
have
of
to,
the cue ball.
Yeah, and even if you have to elevate to get to the center of it, it kind of affects how the bank comes off when you're elevating.
That's nightmarish both ways, I think. Let's see if it straightens out.
Oh,
No,
over
missed on the
deflected
other
it.
side.
Got a big roll with where the one ended up, though.
Yeah, I don't think it lined
Fedor's
up.
going to be able to... No, Fedor's going to be able to shoot first here.
Pretty close. Could he make the two?
It is closer than I thought.
I think he's looking at a safety. Containing one, he knows if he doesn't get underneath the 5, it's hard to sell out the 1 from there, but it looks like he's found cover.
Well, it's either a direct bank or a kick safe. Big difference. It was there, and he's got it down. Turnaround now in the second set.
Yeah, what a chance here to get on the hill first. All the balls in the open, some of them over a pocket is nice.
Yeah,
Three
middle of the
balls
table's
over
nice
the
and
wall.
open here. Yeah, lots of room to move the cue ball. They're big favorites in this one.
Yeah, and they connect together well. The 5 near the 6. 7 over the pocket. Take something crazy happening here for them not to get out. Smooth on the side-to-side draw.
That'll be the set win over there. They'll be going to the third set. In the other semifinal.
I think Fu just made it tough for them. But yeah, they're about to win that set.
Okay.
And it might get louder, Eric.
Zieliński's showing some poise here and proper management of the shot clock. They just let the shot clock pause and let everyone settle down over there. But yeah, exciting stuff going to a third set in the other semifinal.
They paused the shot clock for him there? I didn't notice.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, well that's pretty sporty of them if they did. I love that. Rightfully so. Quite the distraction. 300 people cheering for Bergman and Fu.
Mike Pinozzo, editor of Billiards Digest, looking on.
Well, a deciding set over there on table 1. Could we have a decider here as well?
It's heading that way. 2 games in a row now for Zieliński and Seoa. Nine ball going in this time. Shot on the 1.
Yeah, really nothing on the 1. Blocked and sort of trapped by the 5. But is the combo on? Do they consider a kick combo here?
I don't know why not. It's a huge ball and it's wired into the pocket. I mean, there's ways you can miss it, but you can hit multiple parts of the 1. Still kick it in.
Would you sometimes push to that and try to bait them into it?
Could, but I don't mind where it is now.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's why I brought it up. I'm hoping he plays it, I think. I mean, it's definitely available and lots of good things can happen. Just got to get something on the 1 after.
Shot.
Well, It's gone totally wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, a little unlucky there.
Yeah, I don't know if clipping the second rail there was by design. Maybe just going one rail into the one ball was the plan, but just clipping that second rail coming across the top of the one, this was always a possibility. Good hit. Not going to totally sell out anything easy here.
Yeah, if he tries to pocket it in the bottom left, the 6 is a big problem for position on the 2.
He can't really draw it. He'd have to just trickle it in, and that's a big ask. I don't know. Maybe cut it the other way. Is that what he's looking at?
Yeah, try to come underneath it. Shot.
Beautiful.
Come on top
So
of the 3
smooth.
if she needs to. Yeah, just times the ball perfectly. Really good for those finesse type shots.
Scary thing is, he looks like he's getting better still. Oh, she's clipped it on the way through, but it's okay. It's a good shot. Chance to get it to Hill here and avoid the third set, which you know they would love to do. It's another shot he's really good at, just that smooth draw. I mean, every shot he's really good at, but so smooth.
It's like getting maximum effect out of the cue ball with minimum speed. Comes up a lot.
Oh, this is actually a really good shot from Bean to play that with the inside juice. Got him perfect on the 6.
Yeah, she had
Might
to
have looked-
spin that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it might have looked easy, but it was not at all. Like you were going to say, she had to spin it a lot. And they just look really comfortable out there as a pairing. Very impressed.
Yeah, likely Hill coming here. Haven't really had a chance in 2 games. Perfect.
Yeah, she continues to impress me with this cue ball control. Ball in hand shape for Fedor there. And it is going to be 3-3. Nice out.
Fedor just confirming if it's his break. I think it is.
I think so
Yeah.
too, yeah, and that's a little worrying for the other team.
Yeah, they have 2 break-in runs off his break so far in this match.
one ball's been flying in the side pocket for him. You see the break stats here. They're 50%. But I think he's a little higher than that. A good matchup. 761 to 785 in the overall performance. Doesn't get much closer than this, Eric. All around.
Yeah, every time
6 missed balls each. Yeah.
Every time I run down the stats, it's always close on every line.
Yeah, not much at all separating these two teams. Giving the crowd what they came to see. I love it. Similar stuff going on the other table there. Third set. Nice and close. Okay, Fedor eyeing up the rack there to see if it was straight. Looks like it is because he's breaking from the same side. Let's watch the one ball again.
Oh, it was right on track, but it got kicked away.
Yeah, well, and he didn't really cut that one like he usually does. Kind of came across it a bit.
Yeah, a little more square, if anything.
Yeah, like a bit more full than what we're used to seeing from him. So the one never really had a chance. Kissed away instantly. But second prize here. Nothing happening on the one, and never easy to push. I always think the player that plays the push is the one at a disadvantage. It's hard to find a good spot where these top elite players won't put you in jail.
Victor's telling her to leave just the right edge here.
I kind of like what he's looking at. Maybe push the 9 into the 8. Is that what you saw, Eric?
That too, but yeah, the 9's in a perfect spot to only leave the right edge.
Okay, not going to worry about tying up a ball.
Better see something immediately. See that communication there? Just tells her within 5 seconds. She kind of just agrees and knows how to execute it, and then they get off. It's good.
I think that's exactly how you should want the communication level to go in these doubles matches, but she's made a bit of a mess of this one.
Yeah, a little too much left spin there. And then if she makes a small misstep, he doesn't make her feel bad about it. I mean, you know, no one's going to go and really overplay that, you know, making your partner feel bad. But I just feel like how he's supporting her is very strong too.
Yeah, it's been nice to watch. I think if anything, he just maybe told her there, oh, it's just a little too much spin or a little thin on the hit, or just give her some advice about what happened so she can adjust for next time, but not get down on her about it.
Yeah. But
well, what a great chance here.
For Seoa and Zieliński. Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, nothing stopping them
an
from
angle.
bringing us to a decider. Looks good. Is it a bit on the wrong side here, though? Yeah, as you mentioned. Can they maybe play the 4 in the side pocket next?
Shot. Get close to the 8 here. I don't think it's worth trying to draw back for the side.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Eric. I think 7 to the 8. The 8 should go on the top left. You need to do extra, especially under pressure.
Oh, he is going to go up there. Guess the only thing is, if you get too much angle going into the rail, things could get a little funny. Like the 8 in the corner. And there's actually a little too much angle here. Only reason why it's going all the way back.
Yeah, I think as soon as they landed on the 6, it was decided. They just got a little straight on the 6. Couldn't get straight enough on the 7. This is good. He's pulled it back inch perfect here.
Too much angle here. Probably going to have to go forward, but that's okay. Cross the angle a little more. I'm going to draw it over one rail. Give her a little more distance.
Yeah, just pinching it back. So, okay, look at this. 10 ball to force a third set. What a match. Can tell the nerves are running high out there.
Even Zieliński making sure he has a good vantage point to make sure this one goes in. And they're good. And after being stuck 2-1 at one point in the second set, make a nice comeback. Hung and Gorst not making too many mistakes there, but Seoa and Zieliński pulling out the hill victory. So we'll be going to a third set and possibly a shootout. 5-minute break here, and we'll be right back. Both teams back in the arena for set number 3. Reminder, if we tie at 3 each, which is a real possibility here, we'll be going to a shootout. Been a great match so far. This is Eric Corlison here with Ben Francis.
I think both of these semifinals are destined for a shootout, Eric. Give the crowd what they came to see. Uh-oh.
Yeah, weak start here. Middle of the rack, not separating great. Five is available into the bottom right. Gonna have to hit the window between the 4-10 to get on the 3. Interesting choice here, but they're on a good line.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Eric. I'm not sure this would have been my first choice, leaving the 2 to there, but yeah, I suppose pretty good line, just follow through. They found a nice route there.
So it's going to have to elevate here.
Extension.
Looks like the 5 will pass into the same pocket. 6 over the hole is nice and handy. You can see how the inside spin just does not grab on new cloth. Even though he loaded that one up, it still went the other way.
Good natural path between the 7-10 here. Like drawing back 2 rails here, Ben? He's actually thinking about staying up the left side, is he?
Yeah, I don't hate staying on the left side here. Wow. This was flirting with disaster, but he's hit it like a dream. What a shot. You know what that sound means.
Short, but manageable for Zieliński. Gonna have to drag it this ball. Oh, he's overcut it. First missed ball for Zieliński in a long time, and it's gone safe. I don't think the bank's there. It's not.
Yeah. Maybe got away with it a little bit, but you think Fedor probably find a good safety here?
Yeah, 8 ball's playing easily into the middle of the short rail. It's a question if he can line the cue ball up with the 10.
Looks pretty good. Well, it slowed down a little bit. I think they can see this 8-ball. What they can do with it, I'm not sure.
Zieliński saying play it side rail to side rail. Super tough to judge deflection and try to that rail first kind of trick shot. She did. Oh no, just safe, sorry.
Not a bad shot. It's leaked out a little bit. Left being a long one here. There's so much pressure in this third set. These long shots are nightmarish.
Got
Wow.
it.
That's classy. What a shot.
One of the biggest shots of her career there. Drains it.
Yeah, I agree. Under the gun. Fedor would love to see that, I'm sure. That'll fire him up a bit. And that'll keep Zieliński talking to himself over there because I haven't seen him miss a ball like that for a while.
Okay, only his second missed ball of the match. Trying to power up on the 7 midway through the first set.
Yeah, that one was almost forgivable. This one, I don't know. Such a crucial time, too, with momentum on their side. First game of this third set, you know, coming off winning the last set. Stymied the momentum there with that shot. Fedor to break, too. A little worrying, maybe.
One almost made it there. About 6 inches from the pocket, but gets kicked away again.
Yeah, and that does tend to happen a lot, and it's mostly about the speed. I think when you overhit it, it gets kissed a lot. You talked about it early in the match. He has a sweet speed to it, but I think he's overhit the last couple.
Yeah, it takes trust to hit it at that 70% speed, but I'm surprised once he saw it going that he didn't stick with it.
Well, I think they could try to cut the one in here and maybe get the cue ball underneath the 10-2-6. Is that playable, or do they need to play a push out?
I don't feel like he has enough of it.
Yeah, from this angle, looks like maybe too thin or not any of it at all.
Gonna push to a spot where they can see that shot. And that's what'll be coming here.
Yeah, what else do you do from over here? But try to overcut it a little, I suppose.
speed a bit, but the 9 might come in. They've left the left edge. Wrap the cue ball in line with the 10 here. Simpler version of that shot. Too far out in the middle to jump.
Yeah, and he's tall, but not tall enough for that. I don't even know if you're tall enough for that, Eric.
I'd definitely be considering it, put it that way.
I thought so. Oh, he's played a beauty there.
Yeah, long distance jump for Seoa now. It's pretty close to the pocket if she can cue it well. Keep the landing. Travel after landing. She's got a shot here. Nailed it. Next shot.
Wow, impressive jump. Don't think the 6 ball is on here, but definitely can play a good safety. The right side of the 1, I think. The right side of the 2, I should say. Yeah, cue ball towards the 8.
Yeah, they needed that shot after the mistake in game number 1. Chance to gain the advantage here.
Yeah, towards the 8, trying to use the 9. I think it's okay.
Long distance jump for Hung now. Got into it.
Wow.
6 to go in.
Good news, bad
Fedor
news.
can jump it's in. It's the wrong side of the table, actually.
Yeah, again, he's tall. He needs to be maybe left-handed for this one, but he can kick at it. It's on a good line. Give him a half chance of making this one. Crowd sounds like
getting
they're
into it over there, and he's made it.
And he played position, Eric. I thought he'd just roll it in. He'd try to play shape.
Yeah, Berkman and Fu making positive strides over there.
Yeah, 3-0 in the 3rd set. They're running away with it now. But we all know, first game and the last game, the hardest ones to win, especially when it's to get to a big final.
Well, this is a little unlucky here. Left the 1 lane that they could on the 3. Might have to break out the 4 or 5, but the cue ball's playing around decently.
Yeah, I wonder if the 9 ball is in the way just a little bit.
Yeah, especially it's going to open up a little off the second rail because of the claw.
Yeah. Maybe just trying to see the 4. Yeah, the 9 was in the game, but they can see the 4 and a good safety available.
Good game we have going here. And every game important, considering if either team gets on 3, they'll be guaranteed a shootout. They're loving it over there.
They're cheering when he makes a ball on a break now. I think it's so great. And I'm sure the players are really enjoying it too. Wow, how close was that? Nearly potted that ball.
Could try to line up the 4-9 here, but the cue ball's playing too close to the side pocket off any kind of follow play. Can still cut the 4 into the 9 and line the cue ball up with the 5.
Yeah, I like that. It's delicate, but I'm not sure they had anything better. She's played it really well. Well, the roof might come off this place if Fu and Bergman win that last set 4-0.
Yeah, the fairy tale continues.
Yeah, you guys might want to cover your ears in a couple of minutes here. It's going to get loud. Oh, what a great effort.
Catch it a little thinner.
Yeah, good idea. Just a little thick on the contact.
Good battle in this game. Balls jumped in, balls kicked in. And then Gorst lost the advantage off banking the 3 around.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of everything in this game. Some good safeties. It's a nice one. Yeah, and maybe just a little unlucky when she banked that 3 around that she left a little gap between the side rail. But
Yeah, big thing there was she didn't really have to draw into the 4. She could have stuck the cue ball a little more, and she just kind of overhit it and got the 4 moving.
tried to go for a little extra, I think. Right? Trying to maybe like freeze up on the 4 or something, but sometimes better to just take the easy one. Make sure. Well, I'm glad this game is over because it's going to get loud in there in a second, I think.
Arsenio Hall chants going on over there, Ben.
They absolutely love Fu. She's gained a whole bunch more fans this week. And yeah, like you said, the fairy tale continues. Bergman through to the final of the doubles.
The last time he played in a Pro Billiards Series, he finished 3rd in the Las Vegas Open. This will be his furthest finish, and actually his furthest finish in a major ever. But welcome to the Pro Billiards Series, Justin Bergman. It's been a great week.
Yeah, welcome back indeed. I think the crowd loves having him back. I know I love having him back. I've always been a big Bergman fan, and it's a treat to be able to watch him all week here in multiple disciplines. And a pretty interesting team dynamic over there that I don't think anybody saw coming. They don't say a word to each other the whole match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just want to remind you we got another semifinal.
Both super players. I don't think much needs to be said.
Yeah, it's definitely a case for the lesser communication.
Okay, down to one match to end the night. Tied at 1 here in set number 3. Zieliński to break. He's got a ball down. Looks like
just a reminder, everybody, that there is another final.
But nothing easy, of course.
Please be courteous.
Yeah, combos haven't lined up here. Safes haven't even really lined up. Lots of balls to hide behind, but nothing easy at first glance. they'd like to play the cue ball to the right of the 10. I think it's running into it on most angles. He does think he can get it there. He would know.
Sorry, Eric. Did you say you would play the 3 here? Off the side of the 1 onto the 10 to make the 3? Did you see that?
That's a good shot. I didn't actually see that. I always
See
thought
where
that
I was
gonna
going?
hit the 10.
Yeah. And I think just a little firmer on that same line, and the 10 was going to cut in the 3. Maybe no guarantee of where the 1 was going to go, but I think it was worth playing it.
Yeah, that was a good creative shot. 3 was definitely close to the pocket. Any contact, it was going to push that way.
I just think it was a little better than this because I'm with you where I think, yeah, it was kind of always going into the 10 there. It was so hard to avoid it. Was there on that side rail. Trying to draw around a couple rails, send the 4 to the same side rail as the cue ball here behind the 6, 7, and the 8. Looks like she's overhit it a little, but it's going to slow down behind the 8. It's a good shot. She's done well to contain the 4 there, even if it had leaked out. Good speed on the 4. Two rails at the kick here. Got to get that cue ball free if the kick does go in. And if not, maybe create a little separation there, some distance.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to bend this one. Missed it.
Got this a little bit too much of the slide, not enough of the bend.
Six ball is makeable from small angles.
Yeah, somewhere around middle table, right?
Yep.
And then I
Still
think
in
the
the World
7 will
Eight-Ball
go.
Championships.
Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
No, sorry. I was just saying Mieszko in the crowd there, cheering on his countryman Wiktor.
Is he still
Like drawing into this?
Yeah, I think so. Or come back and forth across. Because I think the 7 goes in the top right, but maybe not enough angle to do that. Yeah, not enough to get it all the way over there. Fedor instantly calls the bank.
Yeah, she was trying to get it all the way over, but the bank's lying real good here.
Should be able to stiff this one in, right? Hit a little firm.
Yeah.
Kind of got to
Just slightly
stun it or
long.
draw it for position anyway.
Hard of the pocket. Hung and Gorst likely getting back in the lead now.
I like what he's done there, just stopping the cue ball to make sure he potted the 7. Playing the 8 in the corner is just fine. Didn't need the side pocket.
Yeah, you never want to overcomplicate a bank, that's for sure. Straight in on the 10 for Hung. And he'll be heard a break in rack number 4. You
mentioned Mieszko in the crowd there. He's one of 3 Polish players left in the last 16 of the World 8 Ball. Daniel Maciel and Wiktor Zieliński still in as well. Only one American left. It rests on the shoulders of Skylar Woodward now. He's going to take on Woo Kun Lin tomorrow. All those last 16 matches due for 11 a.m. tomorrow. Make sure you set an alarm. You don't want to miss that. There's some pretty fire matchups in there. I think Shaw and Cledio Catchy be a good one, because let's see how Shaw rebounds after losing that doubles match. You know, he wouldn't have been thrilled about how that went down.
Yeah, he's going to be putting it all in tomorrow. Going for his Horse World Championship.
Good break here. One's going to dress up. Fedor quickly looking at the 3.
It's not available.
Yeah, sometimes
draw
the
back
body
near the
language.
5.
Yeah, sometimes the body language is a little deceiving there. They look at it quick, you think maybe it goes, and they didn't have to look at it long, or they looked at it quick and obviously it doesn't go from here. But yeah, you're thinking draw back towards the 5, take some angle on the 2, try to develop it. That's what he's done.
Gonna have to stun at this. If they miss it, should Fedor just saying play position for a bank. Wow.
You know, I kind of like that, Eric, because he banks so good, and the cue ball be going towards the 4. Maybe with some two-way possibilities. I kind of like this. As long as she gets on the right side of it, she go far enough.
Can still stun it forward, but not going to get as much natural movement towards the 4.
Yeah, I wonder if he will find a safety now instead. Nope. He's going to draw it back off the side rail and over.
I think just stun forward, leave her distance. If it's banking a little long, which I can't tell, it kind of looks straight to me. You might consider coming all the way back.
Oh, he really went for it. Oh, as the 5 covered the 4 a bit. I think it has. I don't think they get it back, but they might get another shot.
Yeah, it depends how much he has to swerve it, but I think it's a consideration here.
Thinking about jumping it. Yeah, he's asked for the jump cue. I mean, do you give this back sometimes knowing that it's going to be Bean who shoots the jump shot, and she's not the tallest? It's not easy to reach it like he can reach it.
Yeah, know what you mean. Margin call here.
Oh, I guess he just knew the jump was a hanger for him. What a shot.
Yeah,
I guess
he
if
was
you can
jumping
do
over
that.
a sixth of the ball there.
Yeah, just the edge, yeah. Well, he's controlled the cue ball really good, too. Drawing around through the 5-8 window. Couldn't have left her better on this 5. Well, it's got all the makings of a shootout still. I almost spoke too soon. Wiggled that one in there. These side pockets are tight.
Both teams will be on the hill of guaranteeing a shootout. Go to 2 each. Couldn't be closer here. Only 1 game separating them after 17 games played. "19 games, pardon me. No, 17. I did pass math in high school, Ben. It's just a little...
Well, not every pool player made it through high school, so I wasn't going to call you out, Eric. Yeah, could these stats get any closer, really? Pretty good. Maybe just a break success. Big one going Zieliński and Seoa's way a bit.
Yeah, it's funny. They've had the first shot after the break 65% of the time, but Gorst and Hung had 2 break-in runs, which really helped them win the first set and get ahead in the second set. Didn't pan out for them in the second set, but just that kind of golden break type lockout break has only come for Hung and Gorst.
Yeah, it's funny how you can have a shot at the opener, no chance to run out sometimes. Just gotta play a safety here and there or do something else. Four-railer's gonna go. 1 is in the open, but pocket's blocked a little. Is there a 1-3 combination here, maybe?
Yeah, it is possible to contact the 2 and catch the 3 thick, but I think they're going to go for it here. They don't want the 1 to be stuck on the 2, but it's a risk they'll have to take.
Yeah, I agree, Eric. I think you got to go here. Just looking a little later into the rack, that 9 ball might be a problem. But lots of work to do before that. I won't be worried about that yet. I split those perfect.
Yeah, they could play the 7 into the 9-10, but that won't leave anything good on the 8.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Might have to use the 4 to try to nudge that in the open, being the 5 over the side pocket. Just have to make sure they don't go full into the 10 or something and freeze behind it.
Yeah,
First
I think the
things first,
following angle's always going to go too far to the left off the 4.
Yeah, it would need a lot of spin, right? You can't really get closer to the 9. Take away the angle, so we'll see what the option is here. I'm not sure. Could they drop underneath and play the 9 on the side?
They're just firing at it like they're not too worried about it.
Yeah, this is a pretty good angle. Maybe the 9 goes in the side pocket from underneath.
It kind of looked not bad from that angle, Ben.
Yeah, and the 8's close enough by. Well, now they're stopped in their tracks thinking about it. So maybe it was just a matter of, it doesn't matter yet. We got to work these balls out first. No way to get to it anyway. Maybe angle on the 7 to try to get into the top of the 9, coming across it. Yeah, that's a lot to ask for. Looks like it from here, though.
Let's do it off the 8. But yeah, they are going into it here. Gonna have to be some speed. They don't want to stop around where those balls are right now.
Or are they trying to miss it and get that angle on the 8, like you said, to break it out from the 8? Something I didn't really consider. Usually you don't want to break it out like that with the last ball and hoping to land on the ball you're breaking out. Sometimes no better option. She has come across the top of it, and this is going to work out great. What a shot.
Yeah, couldn't have hit it any better.
You still got to dial up a good one here, though. This is not a throw in. Got to cut it in and miss the scratch in the side pocket a bit. Oh, it's right in the middle of the pocket, and the scratch was never a problem. Little short side shape on the 10 here, I think. And they're going to be on the hill and guaranteed at worst a shootout here.
Another comeback after being stuck 2-1 again.
Yeah.
And a timely break and run here for Seoa and Zieliński.
They got one just in time, yeah. Right as we were talking about the first shot after the break stat, they got the first shot. Finally ran one out.
Averages finally went their way. Gorst shaking his head. Probably thought he had this match under control a few times.
Well, he has missed a couple of balls. But not too many mistakes. Been a pretty clean match overall. Both teams played really well. Here we go, Wiktor to break. Trying to close this one out before the shootout. It's pretty much hill here. One ball's down.
Again, and they're on the 2 again. They want the 3 to draw.
Well,
okay, if it hangs right in the pocket.
Yeah, not the worst that it's hung there. And when they combo it in, the cue ball's going the right way to make sure they have a shot on the 2. Might just be about the 2 to the 4. This looks pretty good.
Yeah, possible 2 break and run finish after struggling to get any break and runs down. Look out for the cue ball here. It's all right.
Wow. I think she's a little fortunate. Went past the 10 there. I'm not sure she was trying to get it there. But not easy to get to the 4 ball here. Let's see what they like. Yeah, he says, what else is there? But draw it back 2 inches and leave you a long one. Oh no, he's made an absolute disaster of it. Just gotta kick it in. Goes in the top left by the 5. Big shot here. Chance for a shootout if this goes wrong.
Good.
No way I would have thought in a million years that she would drive by it. She hit a little hard, I thought.
Yeah, anytime you hit that much speed, it really changes the angle.
I suppose she was, really taking a flyer at it, hoping to get some separation or something, but I thought a little softer at it, and if it didn't go in, maybe the 5 or the 10 would cover it. Nonetheless, What a chance to bring us to the shootout. To end the night. How exciting would this be? I'm holding my breath. And I can't watch. No, I'm just kidding. I have to watch, but I'm too excited. I can't imagine how they feel.
Yeah, Hung's not afraid to spin the ball. She's done it a few times there. Heavy check shot.
Yeah, you see that with the inside spin. I love that. That shows a high level of confidence because on this new cloth, it really doesn't grip a lot, and the deflection is a lot higher. It's easy to just miss balls when you load it up like that. She looks super steady over the ball, Eric. Maybe a good sign for the shootout.
Yeah, Fedor, when there was a lot of shootouts and Fedor was playing a lot of Pro Billiards Series events, had a really good record in them. He's comfortable with the shot.
You know, I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah, he's got plenty of experience in those shootouts. Might be an X factor. First, they got to decide where they want to be on this 9-ball. Can't seem to make up the mind too much. Can't get too much closer to it, so she is going to have to play kind of a mid-distance shot. She's got it.
Got it
Good
down.
shot. Yeah, didn't need to leave him straight in on the 10. I think that was important. If she tried to go for a little extra, the miss comes in. Just make sure she pots the 9. Fedor's more than capable of getting this one to bring us to the shootout.
Got it.
It was
After 3
always going
sets.
to be a shootout.
After 3 sets, only separated by 1 game, it's going to take a shootout to decide a winner here. The women will shoot the first 2 shots. The men will shoot the second 2 shots. First 2
I
shots.
think it's a...
Go
Sorry
ahead
to
if I was wrong.
interrupt you, Eric.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, they get to decide if it's the men or the women that shoot first. I've seen the men shoot first.
Okay. But 2 at a time, right?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
If
And
after
it is
4
gonna be
shots...
Fedor.
Yeah. If after 4 shots it's tied, the cube will be backed up to within a diamond of the long rail and a diamond of the short rail of the corner pocket. It'll be sudden death at that point. 4 shots coming here to decide it.
I think it's so important to win the leg because you get to choose who shoots first and from which side. And I think you always want to shoot first, try to put the pressure on. But I think another factor here is, from what I've seen a lot of times, it's the team that comes back that usually wins these shootouts. They're kind of happy to be there, and the other team is not so happy to be there. They feel like they could have closed it out before. Definitely Zieliński had a chance there, but misplayed position, hooked his teammate, and here we are. See if it affects his confidence any on this shootout shot. He looks pretty steady, looks pretty focused. But like I said, Fedor's put the pressure on right away. Not a problem.
2.
This has got real potential to be a long shootout. I think all 4 of these players are absolute snipers and really good at these kind of shots.
And
Could we
Seoa
see a
coming
real
on.
long one?
A world championship win in the shootout. So she'll have done this under World title pressure.
Oh no.
Fedor's missed one.
I might have jinxed it a little, just thinking they might not miss one. Of course, I start talking about it. They miss one right away. Well, can Wiktor reverse the pressure here? He makes this one. It's going to put a lot of pressure on being hung. But so much pressure out there on him as well. He's got it right in the middle, man. He looks steady on those shots.
Yeah, he doesn't overhit them, just kind of hits them at that 4 to 10 speed.
It makes it look like a hanger.
At that speed. Yeah.
Is that how you like to hit it, Eric? You like to roll it?
Yeah, and I like to hit it how Fedor does too.
Okay. I'm on the side of Carlo and Wukun Lin, but after seeing Carlo miss a couple of them, I've rethought all my life choices. Big pressure shot here for Bean. She's got to get this one down. Right in the absolute middle of the pocket. What a great shot. But it should be noted, maybe nothing they can do now. If Seoa makes both of hers, it's over. I think you could hear a pin drop in that arena. It's sure a lot quieter than when Fu and Bergman were playing. Crowd's holding their breath here.
Oh, she's missed it. So
And
back
the
to
beat
even
goes
now.
You know, she looked real rock solid on that one, I was going to say. But just missed it. And now, a chance for Bean to apply the pressure. She can get this one. Kind of sudden death now. Long way off.
Out.
She never looked that comfortable over that shot, and you can't blame her. It's such a hard shot under pressure. You shoot that one in your basement pool room and see how many times in a row you can make it. It's not easy, and then you add in the crowd and the pressure of the prize money and your teammate there, and I love what Fedor's doing here. He's got her laughing it up. So great.
The match, Seoa.
Yeah, for a spot in the final.
Got it.
Yeah, Wiktor.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final is
Good
set
fight by both
for
teams. Too
tomorrow
bad there had to be a
evening.
loser.
Boy, if you didn't love that, there is something wrong with you.
Seoa and
7 o'clock
Zieliński advancing to the
tomorrow
final
evening,
against Bergman
our
and
finals.
Fu.
But listen, we have many
7 p.m.
huge
Central
matches
tomorrow, Ben, for
coming
that
your
one?
way all day tomorrow.
That's correct.
We'll find out who's going
Yeah,
to
and
be
we
moving
can
into the
look at
Elite
the final
8,
16 coming up in the
starting at
women's
9 a.m. with the women's.
Siebert's
and
Women's
then
Open, final
11
16
a.m.
in the
with the men's World Championship.
World 8-Ball
We
Championships
have
coming up
huge
tomorrow.
names
2 more
all
days left
still
to play
in it,
here for you
including
in St. Louis.
Beato,
For Ben Francis,
Gorst,
this is Eric Orlison.
Ocean, last year's
Talk to you
champion.
tomorrow.
FSR, Jason
night,
Shaw,
everyone.
and the one American left still in the World 8-Ball, Skylar Woodward, will be up and at it tomorrow. We will be down to the final 4 by the end of tomorrow on the World 8 Ball. So you don't want to miss that. A mixed doubles tomorrow evening. It's the championship. It is set. So I want to see everybody here and share it out there with everybody in the pool world. We want to pack this place the next 2 days here in St. Louis. Thank you guys. You guys were an awesome, awesome crowd tonight.